Setback today, stronger tomorrow. Ella's fight for greatness continues. The crowd had fallen silent. Only the sound of a tennis ball bouncing away from the baseline echoed through the arena. A hollow sound that seemed to cut straight through Ella's chest. The match was over. The scoreboard glowed in harsh, unforgiving digits. 6-4, 3-2, 6-5-7. For a moment, Alex stood, still, her chest heaving, her eyes fixed on the numbers. She could feel the burn in her legs, the ache in her arm, the sting in her heart. A single thought pulsed through her. I should have done better. She walked toward the net, shook hands with her opponent. Then the umpire, the polite applause in the crowd, felt like a storm inside her. Each clap was a reminder of the point she'd missed, the serve she'd over it, the chances she let slip away. As she packed her bag, she caught sight of a group of young fans waving Philippine flags. Their smiles were unwavering, eyes shining with admiration. One of them shouted, "You'll come back stronger, Alex." That moment, brief but powerful, stayed with her. Even in defeat, there was belief. And belief, Alex realized, was the seed from which every champion grew. The quiet after the storm. Later, that night, Alex sat by her hotel window, the lights of Wuhan flickering. Below, the city was alive, but she felt still. Her phone buzzed, messages from friends, family, and fans. Her mother had texted, "Don't let the loss define you, Anik. Rest, reflect, then rise." Her coach had sent a shorter message. "We'll review tomorrow. Proud of your fight." But what stayed with her was a quote from a fan's post she stumbled upon online. "A setback is just the universe testing your strength." Alex leaned back, letting those words sink in. She had spent years pushing herself. Early mornings, endless drills, training, sessions that stretched till her muscles screamed. Every win was a step forward. Every loss a lesson written in sweat and tears. She remembered her early days at the Rafa Nadal Academy in Spain. She was just a teenager then, small in stature but fierce in spirit. The older players underestimated her until she started beating them one by one. Rafa himself had once told her during a training session, the true test of a champion isn't how they win, it's how they lose. Now those words return like a whisper in her ear, back to the roots. After a long week of reflection, Alex decided she needed a break, not just from tournaments, but from the noise that came with them. She flew back to the Philippines, away from the bright courts and the roaring crowds, to the quiet embrace of home. Her family welcomed her with open arms and warm smiles. Her younger brother, Miko, ran to her, holding a racket almost as big as him. "Play with me 8, he said, grinning. Alex laughed. "Only if you promise not to beat me this time." They played a light-hearted match in the backyard under the golden afternoon sun. The laughter, the playful teasing, the smell of mango trees in bloom. It all felt healing. For once, tennis didn't feel like a battlefield. It felt like joy again. In the evenings, Alex would walk along the beach near their home. She watched the sun sink below the horizon, painting the sky with colors that seemed to mirror her emotions. Soft bruised, but beautiful. She realized she had been chasing perfection so hard that she'd forgotten why she started playing tennis in the first place, because she loved it. The call of the mountains. One morning, she packed a small bag and headed north with a few close friends. They drove to highlands of Batangas to a hidden mountain retreat, surrounded by pine forests and waterfalls. There, Alex found peace in the rhythm of nature. She hiked trails that tested her endurance, meditated by cold rivers, and listened to the whisper of the wind through the trees. Every night, as the stars filled the sky, she'd journal her thoughts. It's okay to fall as long as I rise again. Strength isn't just muscle, it's the heart's resilience. Setback today, stronger tomorrow. She started training lightly again, not in a gym, but in open fields. She ran, barefoot through dewy grass, hit tennis balls against an old concrete wall, focusing on rhythm rather than power. Each swing felt lighter, freer. The mountains reminded her that greatness wasn't built in a day. It was forged in patience, molded by failure, and strengthened by self-belief. The turning point. One morning while stretching near a river, Alex received a call from her. Coach, Alex, I've been watching your replays. You're not far off, just small adjustments mentally and tactically. The rest is already inside you. I know, she said softly. I think I just needed to remember who I am. Then you're ready, he said. Next tournament, Singapore Open. How do you feel? She looked at the flowing river, ready to begin again. From that day on, she returned to full training mode. But this time, she approached it differently. She listened to her body balance, work with rest, and prioritized mindfulness as much as muscle. Each morning began with meditation. Each evening ended with gratitude. Her coach noticed a change. Immediately, you're calmer, he said one day during practice, and your shots more precise. Alex smiled. Because I'm not fighting myself anymore. The return when she arrived in Singapore, there was an air of quiet determination about her. Gone was the pressure-filled tension that used to weigh her down before matches. Her first round opponent was a seasoned European player known for her aggressive style. The crowd expected a tough battle, and it was but Alex played with clarity. Each serve was confident. Each rally was composed. Even when she lost points, she smiled. The message. Before leaving Singapore, Alex visited a local youth tennis camp. Dozens of young players gathered around her, eyes wide with admiration. One little girl asked, shyly, Hey, Alex, were you ever scared of losing? Alex knelt down and smiled. All the time, but I learned that losing doesn't make you a failure. It makes you brave enough to try again. The kids clapped, inspired, and in that moment, Alex realized her greatest purpose wasn't just to win titles. It was to inspire others to never give up. Stronger tomorrow. Months later, Alex stood once again under the bright lights of a major final. The crowd roared her name. She glanced at her family in the stands, her coach beside the court, and her younger brother waving proudly. This time, her heart was steady. No fear, no doubt, just gratitude. The match began, and with every stroke, every sprint, every serve, Alex embodied the message that had carried her through the storm. Setback today, stronger tomorrow. And when she finally lifted the trophy, tears streaming down her cheeks, it wasn't just a symbol of victory. It was a testament to every failure, every heartbreak, every moment she'd chosen to rise again. Alex Eala's journey was far from over. The road ahead would bring more challenges, more triumphs, and yes, more setbacks. But she had found her compass, the unwavering belief that strength is not built in moments of glory, but in moments of pain. As she wrote in her final journal entry that night, the world may see my victories, but I will always remember the moments I almost gave up, because those were the moments that made me who I am. And with that, Alex Eala closed her notebook, looked toward the horizon, and smiled. Tomorrow waited, and she was ready. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next